Today we are going to be painting something subtle and very elegant. The inspiration comes directly from under my window. We'll be using pouring and my favorite texture paste. Let's get right into it. As usual, I've been looking for inspiration and I noticed something under my window that was so stunning. I thought I had to at least try to do it some justice. Oh, what a pretty one. What a beautiful one. That's a beauty. An iris, and it smells so beautifully. I did an iris before that was super popular. It was a glue gun in resin. If you haven't watched it, please do. But I've never done a 3D iris, and that's what I'm trying to do today. I've been using the bigger canvas today, back to my long and narrow, because I thought one stem of iris will be stunning here. The first thing, as usual, a design. So if you have a photo of your own flower, of course you can trace it. There are some royalty-free images online you can find. There are some images you can pay for, and they're really nice. Stencils and outlines. There's a nice choice, but I think it's always best if you can use your own photo, because that makes it much more personal. You know, I like my flowers off center, so let's do it this way. You see me first or second time using proper tracing paper. I could tape it, but it's such a small piece, so I'm going to transfer it like this. Or you can use something more civilized.
An elegant weapon for a more civilized age.
Can you see this is 3B pencil, soft graphite? It transfers beautifully. And now we need some kind of leaf, don't we? Okay, one smaller one here. Now, let's make some paste. And make sure there are no blobs, because your little spout will be blocked. As you can see, I actually reuse them. Why would I want to create more garbage when I can reuse it? Keep the jar here, because if I stop, I like putting it in a jar so it doesn't get dry. I should start with the leaves that are behind, shouldn't I? I'm thinking. It's nice and thick for the outlines. Pressing it down. Those lines, actually, if they stay, it's absolutely fine, because we basically want those lines, don't we? I made this paste quite soft this time, so I don't even have to use water. It spreads really nicely. And this is the section on top of the first one, as you can see. Yeah, I definitely like those lines. I am leaving them. Putting it together. Very easy. It's basically, I'm dealing with melted ice cream. That's how it feels. Happy with leaf number one. All right, now the leaf behind. I think I want it flatter. See, with water, it flattens it completely. Okay, that's pretty. This one, however, I want a bit thicker, so I'm going to use a bit more paste. I seem to stop breathing when I spread it. And there will be the section going on top. Okay, I'm liking it. There are quite a few that seem to be curved, which is nice, because there's nothing better than a good challenge. It'd be so boring if every leaf was just flat, wouldn't it? Okay, so now you know what I'm doing. I won't bore you with the next one, unless there's something complicated coming. This little end might be, well, maybe not be tricky, but this is flatter. As you can see, some sections are overlapping. There was some baby petal. When the petals are lilac or purple, these bits are usually yellow and sort of hairy, fluffy. I love nature. I love flowers, plants, everything, but I love animals much, 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 much more. I'm super crazy about animals. So this one is like really strangely bent. You probably want to see this edge. I don't want to put so much. Stem should be rather easy. I'm going to flatten it. Quite thick. If you are new to my channel, that's my first 3D iris ever in my whole life. Because I always like to do something else, something new, something I haven't done before. Because I find it very exciting. That's why, oh, I've never said it because I'm such a hopeless salesperson. Totally hopeless. That's why, if you are getting my work, you might rest assured that I'm not making any copies. You are the only person owning it. It's covered with one layer of white paint. And I must say, I sometimes just like them like this. It would be so nice to have 3 of them just in white or off-white. Doesn't look pretty. It's going to be colourful for all of you who love colour. So what I've been doing now, first of all, I took my crazy sticks out. These are actually, that's an artwork in itself, you have to admit. They are with me since the beginning of the channel. Yes, yes. So now you know how crazy I am. But why would I throw them away? They are just so gorgeous. So I've been looking through all the leftover bits that I have. Look at all those. Ta-da! Checking which. So they've been here, I would say definitely over a month. Some of them. Well, depends on what project I was doing before. So I don't throw them away. I keep them. I keep them covered. Yes, they wouldn't survive at all. So now I'm looking and thinking, these are the ones that I am considering for the background. Not sure about, this is probably gold. If I mix it, yes it is. See the layer on top. I'm going to add a lot of white to those colors once I pick them. I do want some greens, like really light, like this one. This one is perfect for my liking for here. I do like it. Look, the consistency is, oh, that's incredible. Didn't even get thick. Have 1 part of paint, 1 part of my pouring medium, which is PVA glue and water, and then 1 part of Floetrol. Test what works best for you. The most important thing is the consistency. Runs off like this beautifully. See, there's a little build up, so I'm probably going to make it even thinner than that. And I want all of them the same. So this is ready. I love it. Putting up my little containers. Plasticine. Yeah, very useful. I'm thinking about the hairdryer. No, I'll go for my old friend. Disclaimer, don't make something as silly as I did. It's falling apart. It's dangerous. Overheats, the nozzle falls off, but you know how much I love it. And I know that all of you who know me, you miss it. He's got so many names. You named him, so that's blue. Yes. Okay, so what do I want? I don't know. I'll probably, oh, it's darker than I thought. Oh, this is my favorite color. This is my favorite blue. Tinted down turquoise with a bit of black as well in it. This is, what is it? This is actually white with gold in it. White and gold creates a really nice beigey tone, I would say. If you sometimes wonder what beige to use, I recommend that. Maybe a little bit of pink in here. We have this light purple. Yeah, of course we need that. Very, very frugal with my paints. I really don't like to flood anything. I never do. This is the hero. Sometimes I think it's a villain, but anyway. want it really light. Let's leave it. Oh, I'm loving it. I'm loving this. I am going to touch up the edges with this. Exactly where they are. That's why I don't like flooding anything, because there are always some drips. And yes, I'll collect them anyway. I am not wasting it. It's going to be very useful because we'll be getting a completely different shade. I'll come back to you once I clean this and I'll mix it together. Okay, time to see what color we have. So this is the leftover, not much. So we are getting some really subtle, something between the green and the blue. And consider there's some purple in it and there's some pink in it. See once it's dry. We are at this stage. Nice and dry. Got some really lovely subtle colors, I would say. You see that the underneath layers, very gentle. Some unusual cells that I did not expect. Velvet purple, quite dark. That's a warmer purple comparing to this violet, which is a cooler color. Now we've got brilliant purple. What else do we have? Lilac. Lilac is a metallic color, so this is cobalt blue. And of course I will need quite a lot of white, probably using white with every single color I mix on the channel, because personally I'm not too keen on the colors as they are. I like my own combinations. Let's say. Okay, a brush. I have to decide on what shade I want to see most. So the top will be more bluey, so I'm going for this. Very small amount, you see. Let's see what happens with a touch of blue. Oh, okay. Now we're talking. Nice color. I usually paint every one of my 3D shapes white, but in this case, because I'm going mainly with the purples and blues and they already exist here, I don't have to worry too much. Now I have to think which section's darker, which lighter, but this actually looks almost identical to the one under my window. These colors, really like them. Now layering colors helps, especially if we've got semi-opaque or translucent. Keep changing those colors till I'm pleased with it. Yeah, I think mixing all those colors and the blues and the purples works best. I want these darker, much darker. So I wanted a really big contrast between those two. There are so many variations of these flowers. They're really pretty. And I never knew that they smell so nicely. But they do. Last one here. Kind of wondering, this one should be probably darker as well. We've got this edge. Using white first. Give a nice coverage. And then before I come back with the green, a little bit of this pink. I don't know if it's not really pink. Fleshy color. I think I'll definitely want green on top. These sections look a bit better with a bit of white. That imitates this film that covers the buds. Don't you think so? What time is it? 1:25. Not in the afternoon. So good night everyone. I'm going to paint the leaves tomorrow. What the flower needs now is a couple of really light lines. I've got these and we'll try to make something matching. I'm liking this definitely, this one. Okay, see what happens when I mix those three. I'm going to cover both leaves and the stem with this, using a smaller brush to do the edges. This would be probably a perfect gift for someone called Iris. Must be so nice being named after a flower. Now I'm looking at it and I want it a bit lighter and bluer. I added a little bit of blue to my green mix. Might be a mistake, I don't know. Just see. Oh yeah, I'm liking it. Time to add some highlights to the leaves. I've got the same color but with white. So I'm adding a little bit here and there. The petals are stripy and the leaves seem to have those marks as well. If you're like me and you like it like this, elegant and without bling, that's awesome. But if you have different preferences and you would like, for example, silver leaf, I can always add it later. That's not a problem. I am slightly tempted to try something different. So I've got my selection of mica powders. There's so many amazing colors, and if I take all the purples out, oh my goodness. If I apply it and we don't see much, fair enough. But if I apply it and it's nice, that's awesome. And if I apply it and it's horrible, I can always wipe it off. So I'm not losing anything, am I? So where shall we start? I'm looking for a brush that I can press quite a lot. Okay, this one is quite stiff, so I want to kind of rub it in. I know that for some of you, if you want to create a similar piece, the pace might be a bit too fast. So if you want to see all the details, almost real life tutorial, please join my Patreon. From $2 per month, you can watch the extended versions of all my videos, plus some more. Okay, that's probably not enough to be shiny. I'll have to apply more. I'm going to try the shiny one. I think that gives me exactly what I wanted, just some glow. Wow, look at this. Oh man. Yeah, it's delicate. See that? Definitely comparing to this one. Oh, I hope you can see that pink glow, pink purple glow. A little bit. So here we are. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. I really like the outcome. I think it's very elegant, very subtle. I'm looking forward to reading your comments, and even if I can't answer all of them, I do apologize. I do have another job, but I really appreciate them, and also it does help the YouTube algorithm, so thank you so much. Well, thank you so much for watching, and see you all next Saturday. Bye bye.